What's cooking, Bianconeri? Welcome back to your ladies' favorite YouTube channel. We got a packed show today, talking about all the things that you care about when it comes to Juventus. First off, we got to talk about the Supercoppa, some of the intrinsic workings behind the scenes, what's going on with that. We got Ramsey and more movement in his situation. We got Marchisio, who had some interesting comments. And then we got to talk about the squad that's going into the Roma match. Stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back here in the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today is October 15th. It is a Friday. Well, it's not a beautiful Friday here. It's raining, it's pouring down, but I'm sure other places it's beautiful today. It's a great Friday because Calcio is coming back. We will have Juventus playing again on Sunday. Finally, after 2 long weeks without Juventus playing a match, something that I would worry about would kill momentum. We'll see what happens going in there. But we finally have her back in playing, so hopefully we can see what will go on with the club then. Before we do anything, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button, come back, join our community if you haven't already. What are you doing while you're watching our videos if you haven't already subscribed? Or actually, I guess it makes sense. But you know what I mean. Subscribe if you've been watching them anyway. Also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. What's the first bit of news that we have here? And it's talking about the Supercoppa. And this is Corriere dello Sport who's reporting that Inter and Juventus want to play the Supercoppa in Riyadh. And I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. You know me. But I apologize, so there we go. I don't need you coming in my comments telling me how I butcher stuff. Shut the hell up. Let's do this. All right. In Riyadh on December the 22nd to earn the 3.5 million euros per team. The Liga is opposed because there's tension over the TV rights in that area and is thinking of playing the game in Rome or Milan in January. Interesting thoughts. I understand the Supercoppa is usually a big deal, especially because whenever you play it around the world, you get a you shine a spotlight on Juventus or who, obviously if you're City A, you're spotting the shine. What am I trying to say? You were shining the spotlight. There we go. Why was it so hard? You were shining the spotlight on City A teams, regardless of who they are, in certain areas. You're reaching demographics that don't normally get, maybe City A. Normally, you look at the different locations they've done in the past. So it's an interesting way to do it, or it's an interesting way to reach out to fans who don't normally get to go see Juventus play or City A teams play in person. My personal opinion, I don't care. I'll be honest, unless it's coming to the United States, I'm selfish. Who cares? But at the same time, I understand if there's TV rights and there's issues that way go along with that. If there's any kind of conflict, maybe it's better to wait. Especially right now, you're in a time of a pandemic. All things are changing right now with the situation as it stands. With anything you're doing. Heck, even here, local restaurants are still not staying up to normal hours. I worked at, a little background information, when I was in college, working through college and all that, I worked at an establishment that was basically a sports bar here, a local one. It's a very well-known one. But they aren't paying to advertise, so I'm not going to say their name. But I did that through college, and whenever I worked there, they always stayed open until 12 a.m., 1 a.m. normally, sometimes even later. Now, during this situation, everything that's going on, they only stay open till like 10 or 9, which is insane because like through the, 6, 7 years I worked there, actually, it was like 5 years. 5 years that I worked there, it was never that situation. So things change. Things are different right now. We adjust for now, and then we can hopefully get back to a full normal living situation in the next year or so. But anyway, as it stands right now, I'm okay with them playing the game in Rome or Milan. Actually, I'd say probably more Rome because Milan obviously is the home turf of Inter that they'd be playing. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it does. Anyway, sorry. Bug attacked me. I think it was a bug. I don't know what it was. Anyway, let's move on with the next topic that we really have on schedule, and that is about Ramsey. Calcio Mercato is reporting that Ramsey is now thinking about leaving the club with Juventus also being open to end the contract by mutual agreement. This is a good step forward. It's a good movement for Juventus, for Ramsey, for everybody overall. Ramsey's been talking that crap when it comes to Juventus and their situation, acting like Juventus's overall, medical thing isn't up to par. And then he looks bad shortly after when Jorge and Arthur come out and say positive, shining things about it, saying about how they're getting back to play sooner than they expected. And then also Aaron Ramsey, if he wants to play, if he actually wants to play, move on. I do know that Juventus is one of their big bugaboos, if you will, one of their main issues is that Aaron Ramsey, I believe the report is that Aaron Ramsey and his agent are going to have to agree not to want a severance pay or something like that along those lines, which could be a big, multi-million dollar amount or euro amount, not dollar, I guess, overall. But anyway, as it stands right now, we'll see what happens. It looks like a good movement. Ramsey should be on his way out. Please. All right. Let's move on to the next one, though. We have Marchisio. And Marchisio had some comments about Juventus, about the current situation, all that's going on there. He was speaking. It's a rough morning for me, guys. I apologize. Anyway, he's speaking. Gazzetta dello Sport gave some comments to them, basically saying that Gigio, don't even get me started. Gigio is a champion and would have contributed to creating a core of Italians. Exactly. Thank you, Marchisio, speaking my language. Saying that he would have contributed to creating a core of Italians, which is always fundamental for Juve. Donnarumma, Locatelli, Chiesa, Bernardeschi for the generational change when Chiellini and Bonucci stopped playing. It's right to give 6 months to everyone, even Ramsey, who is certainly not positive. I, for example, hope that Keane improves a lot. He has difficulty playing with his back to the goal. He still needs a team to play for him. So definitely it'll be positive for him more as he can. Hopefully give him more time to develop. Look at him as a player for Juventus, that he can do more. And maybe see a little bit more of the player that we saw over the last year or so at PSG, who looked phenomenal. So I think we'll give him a little bit more time to really work into his system, working with Allegri and see what he can do there. That Gigio line, when he threw Gigio Donnarumma out there, it gets to me though. I don't know. I'm not. This is just me. This is not any news or anything like that. But whenever he says that, I'm just like, does that mean is there still hope? Is there a chance that I'm not going to be sad forever? But who knows? I feel like it's done, but you never know. A man can dream, right? It would have been nice though. Donnarumma, Locatelli, Chiesa, that trio. Oh, that would have been amazing. Anyway, let's move on to the final topic of the day of what we have here, and that is the squad. And that was Gazzetta dello Sport also reporting that Dybala, Morata, and Jorge did not train with the rest of the team yesterday and did not play against Chiari. This afternoon, the last pre-Roma training, and tomorrow the last session to look at the South Americans. So this is interesting because as it stands right now, I know people were tweeting about it. Everybody was talking about it last night when it comes to the South Americans and all the issue with them. Who all is playing? I think most of them played. A lot of guys played for 90 minutes or close to that. I think a couple guys sat out. Maybe Bentancur was one of them that sat out. But anyway, as it stands right now, a lot of those guys coming in late. How do they factor in? Do they even factor in? We'll see. Hopefully they can actually play. Hopefully they can get back and be in good enough shape to play and contribute in the match. When it comes to Dybala, Morata, Jorge, Morata and Dybala, we were both kind of on the speculation side, thinking more than likely that they probably weren't going to play. But Jorge is one that was kind of surprising because I was hoping to see a little bit from him in this match. I don't know what that means when it says he didn't train with the rest of the team. Hopefully that just means that, sorry, I'm rereading this over in my head. Also says did not play against Chiari, which is interesting overall, because I guess that would mean that maybe he's not good to go. Maybe. Am I speculating? You guys let me know what you think about that. It's just an interesting wording, the way they say that. So as it stands right now, you're looking at more utilization of Chiesa, maybe Bernardeschi, maybe Moise Kean if he's healthy enough and good to go. We'll see how they do and how they perform, because it's going to be a big enough test when you're going against Jose Mourinho and Roma and what they offer. So hopefully Juventus can go in there, especially at home, and pull out the win. It's something that they need definitely to keep that momentum rolling. That's something I mentioned earlier in the video. Something that worries me a little bit is about the momentum. And if you kill that momentum, and that's one reason that I hate, or I don't hate, because I love the actual normal international break when it comes to real competition. But as a Juventus fan, you have to dislike the momentum killer that is the international break. Every single time they come in, it causes issues, throws a wrench in your plans, whatever have you. Anyway, that's all the news that I really have for you today regarding all things Juventus. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, join our community, what we have here. Also hit that like button if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at Justin Zovro, and follow Julian Genotti at 151 on Twitter as well. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.